See, that's super uncomfortable.
One night about 5 years ago, and it was Taz, Carla, and I think we were coming out of the gym, and I remember having a really deep conversation with them about my stresses, and I felt stuck. And I remember that night he asked me to close my eyes, and then he told me to take a deep breath, that it was a safe space, and to be honest. And he asked me, what do you see yourself doing? And at that moment, I didn't want to say it because I saw it in my vision when I closed my eyes that I saw myself guiding, and I saw myself guiding the younger generation and speaking to them. And then when he said that, when I saw that, my parents came in my mind too, because I didn't want to admit it. At that time, I was going to school for finance. It was a field that I chose because I wanted to make money.
I didn't even, you disappeared.
I have so much money. I'm so thankful, yay!
And I thought at that moment that if I went to school for finance, I was gonna get a good career. This was all based on the narrative of me coming to another country and not knowing what to do with my life. So what I knew was go to school, get good grades, as in get straight A's, be one of the top students, a good career, a good job, get a good husband, have a good family, travel, etc. And that was my life. But that was a painted picture that was so unrealistic, because neither of those things I wanted to fucking do. Bro, I didn't want to do any of that. But I thought it was the best option because I was lost and I didn't know what to do with my life. So it really sucked to say it out loud, because at that moment it was more the embarrassment. I was taking all of my classes and I didn't like them. I was not interested, and I was not working towards that. So, you know, when people ask you, or if there's anyone that asks you deep questions, sometimes you hesitate because you're afraid of the response, or you're just embarrassed, or you don't know if they're gonna judge you, or they're gonna think you're stupid, or they're gonna think that, you know, whatever comes into mind sometimes when we hesitate to answer a question, a simple fucking question. So then after my second year in college, I took a year off because I wanted to figure out what the hell I was gonna go to school for and what I was gonna do, because I was already in school. I had already started the process, and as an immigrant, I was not getting the financial help. So I had to work my ass off and had to save, and I had already paid a lot of money to the freaking school system that I was not gonna stop. So I took a year off so that I can learn me and get to know me. And that's where I started focusing more on training MMA, and that's when I got my fight, and I started taking pictures and started filming the guys at the gym. And that's where I started finding my passion, and I became very creative. And I noticed that this was something that became so effortless. I didn't feel heavy inside, and it just felt so fucking right. I enjoyed watching people hustle and watching people struggle but finding their way up, and then struggling but still never giving up. I enjoyed seeing that, and that's why I captured a lot of pictures and videos, and that's where I realized that I wanted to focus more on my marketing, because I was like, hey, maybe I could do something with this, you know? Maybe I could do something like this with my life. So I changed my major from finance to marketing. Then when went back to school, yeah, I mean, I didn't like it. That's another thing that for many years, I didn't want to admit that I didn't like. I liked learning and all, but I didn't like the school system. I didn't like the way the classes were set up, and I didn't like to sit down and just watch one person talk and talk and talk, just kind of like you guys are doing. But it was boring, you know, like I found a lot of that boring. And I think it's because of my creative side that I want to either draw or I just want to take pictures or something. Like it was weird, but you know, I did it and it was worthwhile. This happens with me in MMA too, where when I don't know where I'm going, I get stuck, and that's where I panic. And that's what happens when you don't have a goal. And when I'm in one position and I don't have a goal, or at least have an aim where I'm heading at, or what other position I want to get to, then I get stuck. And if I don't do anything about it, it's even worse, because then I'm using too much of my strength. And when I do that in my life, I overstress that shit on myself. When I don't have an aim or a goal, and I don't have a plan to get there, I'm stressed out, and then I'm just running around and I'm just doing things without purpose.
No.
Being honest with myself, being okay with what I'm doing now, for what I'm passionate about, and accepting what I enjoy doing and what feels right, and flowing with. I don't know if it happens to you, but like the only reason why I was stuck for many years going to school and all was because I thought about what my parents would say, or what my friends would say, or what my family would say about me if I did what I wanted to do. And it sucks, because then that puts that burden and that pressure, like now I gotta do what they want me to do, but I don't fucking want to do that shit. But at the same time, I don't know what to do. And it's crazy, because even though we can say that, like we don't know what to do, because I used to say that a lot, we know what we want to do. It's in there, but it's just a matter of letting it out, letting that shit out, and being honest with it. Because many times when I didn't say stuff is because I was worried about what everybody else was gonna say. I trusted my gut, I trusted my instinct.
Guess what? Okay, fine.
I'm graduating pretty soon. This is a time that a lot of people start asking me,
hey, what are you gonna do with your life? Are you gonna get a job? Are you gonna start applying soon? Have you gotten a job offer? What are you gonna do with your life?
right? And those that know me know that I am already working for it, and I don't need to apply to more jobs in order for me to do what I want to do. This is why I started the YouTube, and I continue to take pictures, and I continue to film the guys at the gym. I'm enjoying the process.
Repeat, no, repeat.